And she talks a little bit about like, the birth control pill and how that impacts hormones and the difference between like having a natural cycle versus taking the pill, which also other forms of birth control, like the IUD, implant, things like that. It's the same mechanism, just a different delivery system. So the pill's just the most common. But and so I was like, wow, I wonder if I could heal my body. I wonder if I could, figure that out like in my own journey. And so I quit the pill pretty much cold turkey within like a week. And was like, okay, like just gonna go for it and see where my body's at, see how my body responds.
Did you feel a tank in energy and all of that when you went cold turkey?
I feel like it was a huge, like there wasn't anything like super immediate, but I'd say within a couple months, I noticed a huge shift in like my mental health. I feel like a lot of people are like, man, I got my personality back. I went on it when I was 15, so I don't really know if I figured out my personality to begin with. And just, how that impacted like my growth through like, being a teenager and young adulthood. And it was like just everything came back online, like mentally, physically, and definitely had like a wave of symptoms coming back off of it, because there's also a lot of withdrawal symptoms now on top of everything that had been suppressed for years. But really made a lot of changes to nutrition primarily, and just continue to dive into learning about, okay, how do these hormones work? When is what happening? And that just continued to spiral and started sharing about it. Cause now I'm like, I can't help but shout it from the rooftops, because like other people have got to know about this. Like this is not taught, in schools, it's not taught in like really like how people supposed to pass this on to their children if they don't even know it. And doctors are not really educating on this either. And if anything, like the topic of hormones and things is very like scientific, and it's not really applicable. It's more like textbook, here's how it works, but not this is how it impacts your everyday life. So that's been a huge drive for me of like, no, this is the foundation of how you see the world, how you interact with the world. About 7 or 8 months after going off birth control and starting to heal and work on that, I had my first completely pain-free period, like zero cramping, no pain. Like I was up, like it's still normal to feel more tired and like relaxed and all that, but I had no like terrible symptoms. And I was just it's actually on my birthday. I say it was God's birthday present to me.